This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Good evening and welcome to Las Cruces and Oregon Mountain High School. Charles Winnick here with you on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pre-game show. We are about 15 minutes away from tip-off. I got to say, Oregon Mountain, we finished the JV game at a pretty early time, and they did their senior night festivities. They did that very economic. I don't know what the right word to describe is. They did it fast. And sometimes the senior night stuff can, take a while. And I mean, with basketball, it's usually not because you don't tend to have a bunch. I think they had 5 tonight, plus their student manager. So one of those things of sometimes that pushes us a little bit later, but very nearly had an overtime game in junior varsity. Alamo unfortunately lost on a last-second tip-in. So, but the Tigers on the floor getting ready to try and pick up a big district road victory. They haven't, with the exception of the Gadsden game, they haven't won on the road in district this season, lost at Centennial and at Mayfield, and really could use this win tonight. Could put them even with Oregon Mountain, who's 3-3 in district. The Tigers are 2-4. This week's a big week. If they can win both games, they put themselves in a pretty good position to fight for third place in districts. Honestly, a loss in either one of the games this week, and you're battling for fourth place in districts. And so it's obviously going to be a tough challenge. It would be unlikely that I think Alamo, Mayfield, or Oregon Mountain are going to catch up with Centennial and Cruces. Certainly could happen, but they're both sitting at 5-1. Oregon Mountain and Mayfield are 3-3. Alamogordo's 2-4, and Gadsden sitting at 0-6 in district play. Alamo did win the first matchup between these two. However, the Tigers have dropped since that game 3 of their last 4 games, and are trying to get it turned in the right direction tonight. See if they can do that. This has been a kind of a mixed bag place for Alamogordo to come and play. I mean, just sort of depends on the season. As with everybody in the district this year, I mean, I think Alamo is able to compete with everyone. Even Cruces, we thought maybe Cruces was a little bit better than the rest of the bunch. I think as we've seen this year, just based on all their games, they're not a huge favorite in some of these cases. So they certainly are just as likely to win district as Centennial is. And they did beat Centennial the first time. Alamo get another chance at Cruces coming up on Tuesday of next week here in Las Cruces again. But we'll see what the Tigers can do. We've got about 10 minutes before tonight's tip-off. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. It's the Oregon Mountain Knights and the Alamogordo Tigers. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show, and we'll be back to Las Cruces coming up in just a little bit.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank, your community bank. When local businesses grow, our whole community grows with them. That's why our business loans come with personalized attention, local decision-making, and a commitment you won't find elsewhere. We know your name, we know your goals, and we're here to help move you forward. Visit us today and experience the difference a true community bank can make. Together, we're building a stronger community, one relationship at a time.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Alamogordo Tigers and the Oregon Mountain Knights tip it off here in a little less than 10 minutes. And Oregon Mountain, since Alamo has seen them, had a big upset win over Las Cruces, 65-62, then lost to Centennial and Mayfield back-to-back, 61-50, 70-66. Last Friday, they got the win over Gadsden on the road, 64-36, the final there. So just like everybody else in district, 4 games remaining. Tigers have Oregon Mountain and Mayfield this week, Cruces and Gadsden next week. Oregon Mountain has the Tigers tonight, followed by Las Cruces on Friday. Here, they'll go at Centennial and then home, or at Mayfield as well. So, yeah, they kind of mix around. Like Alamo is home, away, home, away, home, away. Everybody else kind of, it isn't really set up that way. I'm not sure why, but that's the way that they do it in the district. The Cruces schools sometimes play 2 road games in a row. I don't know how much of a difference that makes when you live in the same city. I've been, calling games for one high school team pretty much my entire time. I don't know how much that makes a difference to not be on your home floor. But Oregon Mountain got some solid players across the board, good guards. They've got solid post players. They're not going to overwhelm Alamogordo with size, but in the first game, they got good efforts from Nathaniel Peets and Maximus Popescu. Emmett McDaniel had a solid game. Josiah Rogers, who I think came off the bench, played well for them. Logan Cargus was in foul trouble a lot in that matchup. I believe Zeke Weir played a decent amount in that game. Miles Harrod, the sophomore guard, and Jaime Renteria, the senior guard, all part of this group. And like I said, they're guard size and beyond. They're not going to overwhelm you in the post with size, but we saw them get to the basket and finish a decent amount in that first game. And I'm curious to see if the teams, I think both teams like to press, both teams like to keep it aggressive. I'm interested to see if that's something that they're, that's the goal going into tonight as well, is to try and, keep up the pressure. Alamo has sort of done that. Depends on the game, We haven't seen as much success with it as they had early in the season. So, and I think for Alamogordo, I'm just curious to see if offensively they can get on as much of a roll as they were through a good portion of the early part of the season. That's where I think that they've probably been lacking a little bit, is just not scoring as well as they did through their non-district season, or even into the Centennial and Oregon Mountain games to open up district. You figure they scored 70 and almost 80 in those 2 games. And since the Mayfield game, it just feels like a little bit of a funk for the Tigers offensively. It's been 45, 53. They scored 63 against Gadsden, but then the other night 57, and those aren't bad scores. I mean, it's not what they had been doing earlier in the season. So, take that for what you will. And I'll continue to say that, if they can get all of their scorers going on a given night. We've seen it obviously with Jaden and Will and Ethan and Julian. And last Friday, Jacob Ochoa had a really good game. Aaron Herrera's been able to score up around that 15-20 point. But it's been, if you can get all 5-6 of those guys and maybe a couple others into the mix, it's going to make you real tough to beat. And, I think more than anything on Friday last week, man, 4 or 5 of those open shots that they had, if those fall, they win the basketball game. And that was kind of part of it. And rebounding, I think, is another aspect tonight that is going to be really important to see how Alamo handles that. And so, there's a number of so-called keys to the game. But I think if Alamo can play as good as they're capable of, as we've seen at times this year, they can get out of here with a victory. I think both games this week they're capable of that. But, the line I've been using since we hit the halfway point in district is I thought Alamo could go 5-0. I thought they could go 1-4 or anywhere in between on the final 5 games of the regular season. Unfortunately, they're 0-1. We'll see if they can pick up 2 big wins this week and try to finish the district season strong. All right, we're going to take one of our last breaks here, and we'll be back. Tip-off coming up soon. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at OteroFCU.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the NMAA and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Every 2 seconds, a hospital patient needs a life-saving blood transfusion. Every 2 seconds, there's an urgent need for blood donation. Every second matters. In an emergency, doctors may face impossible choices. Who gets blood and who must wait? Will you roll up a sleeve and give? Because of you, life doesn't stop. Donate blood. Make your appointment today at Vitalant.org.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, just about ready for starting lineups to be announced. And I believe it was a student that performed the national anthem here from Morgan Mountain High School. She did a wonderful job. Always nice when you get a live performance of the anthem. She was fantastic. All right, let's get you the starters for Oregon Mountain. It'll be number 1, Jaime Renteria, the 5'11 senior. Daniel Turnbow, a 5'10 junior. Emmett McDaniel, a 5'9 senior, wearing number 14. And number 22, Quentin Fields. Fielder, okay. Looks like Fields in here. It's Fielder. 6'1 senior. And number 30, a 6'2 senior, Logan Cargis. So Fielder, I don't remember. He must have been hurt for the first game. So that's something that'll be interesting to watch, or he wasn't available for the first game. And I don't remember him being a starter in that first game. Meanwhile, for the Alamogordo Tigers, no big changes to their lineup. Number 0, Julian Favela, the junior. Sophomore, Will Bynum, number 1. Number 3, Jaden Hernandez, sophomore. Number 10, Aaron Herrera, junior. And number 33, Ethan Grinder, senior. Tigers are in the road blacks, white and gold stripes on the top of their shirts. On the shorts, gold and white stripes. Gold numerals outlined in white. Alamogordo in cursive on the front. Oregon Mountain in their home white uniforms with teal numerals. And I think black outline, might be gray. And says Knights across the front of their uniforms. And I need a pen. I'm so prepared, guys. What can I say? All right, we're good to go. I know y'all needed to know that. I mean, it's all about bringing you right here to the game this evening. Tigers will go left to right. Knights will go right to left in the first half. We're sitting across the way from the benches and the scorers table. As the officiating crew are ready to go, and as per usual, 3 officials that we'll see pretty regularly here in Las Cruces or over in Alamogordo. And looks like the one official says the scorer's table is ready, and she will go into the center tip. It is in the air, controlled by Oregon Mountain. And Turnbow will give it up to Renteria, who will bring it into the front court. Zone defense for Alamogordo. Ball over in the left corner. And to the right wing. McDaniel drives, goes to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound being tipped around, and Oregon Mountain gets to it. Quentin Fielder with it. Actually, one guy that I noticed missing is Maximus Popescu. So I think that's why there's a different starter out there this evening. Or at least he's missing from the starting lineup. McDaniel at the free throw line, tried to feed a bounce pass. And threw it at the feet of one of the Tigers, deflects out of bounds, and will stay on this side with Oregon Mountain. Popescu is on the bench, and he's dressed out, so they're not missing him from tonight's game. Inbounds goes to the left wing, and in the hands of Renteria. Go to McDaniel, who works in the lane, then kicks it out. Fielder, back to McDaniel. Corner 3 on the way is no good, and they're going to call a foul on Favela on the shot. And it'll be 3 free throws coming up for Oregon Mountain. McDaniel going to miss on the first. So 2 more free throws for the Oregon Mountain senior. His opening possession has gone 41 seconds. Tigers have not been able to get it on the other end of the floor yet. McDaniel will make on the second. And one more for McDaniel. And he makes on the back 2. 2-0 Oregon Mountain. And it'll be Hernandez bringing it to the front court for the Tigers. And he'll give it up to Favela. Favela at the right wing. Favela driving right of the lane, goes up with the shot. Ends up being off the glass and no good. Rebound Oregon Mountain. And the Knights push it up the floor. McDaniel going to fire up another 3, left wing. It's going to get the kind iron and roll in for him. So McDaniel with the first 5 points for the Knights. As it'll be Jaden Hernandez into the front court to the top of the key, drives the lane, kicks it out to the corner. Favela an open look at 3. It is no good. Rebound. Cargus tipped it to McDaniel. And then out ahead of the play is Renteria. Renteria step-through move, gets to the glass and puts it in. And the Tigers trail quickly, 7-0. Here is Aaron Herrera working to the right corner, keeps his dribble, and then passes it back outside to Bynum. 6:25 to go in the first. Herrera gives it out top of the key, Favela. Bynum at the left wing. Now it's Hernandez, top of the key, fires up a 3. It is no good. Rebound, Favela. Favela powers back up and puts it in. Great rebound there from Julian. And good work on a difficult angle to put that up and in. 7-2, the Tigers trail. And right wing fielder is going to fire up a 3. It's no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Alamogordo. And here comes Bynum into the front court up the far sideline. 5:50 remaining first quarter. Ball at the left wing. Herrera's got it. And he will dish it to his right to Hernandez. Jaden back to Aaron. Ball at the left wing. Gives it up to Favela at the free throw line. Man-to-man defense for Oregon Mountain. Favela to Herrera. And now Hernandez. Bynum at the right wing with the basketball. Back to Hernandez. Tigers trying to set up in the post. Right elbow jump shot from Jaden Hernandez is good. Hernandez makes it 7-4. Oregon Mountain in front on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Cross-court pass going to be deflected by Grinder, but it ends up right in Oregon Mountain hand. And Fielder able to put it up and in. Ethan made a pretty good play to get to the basketball, but the deflection didn't go Alamogordo's way. Bounce pass goes to Favela at the right wing. Grinder top of the key. Tried to pass it down low to Hernandez, but deflected away. Here's McDaniel working his way into the lane, goes to the shot and lays it up and in. 11-4, Alamogordo trails. Here's Favela working to the baseline, almost lost his footing, and then almost threw it away, but the ball does get to Herrera. And Hernandez with the basketball. Hernandez will give it to Bynum. Here's Herrera working right the lane, goes up with the shot, and ball's going to be deflected out of bounds, last off of Oregon Mountain. 4:22 to go first quarter. Sub for Alamogordo as Best comes into the game. Grinder will check out. Hernandez will go out top to Herrera on the inbounds from the baseline. It's Best with the ball at the left wing. Nate will dribble once to his right, then give it up to Bynum. Bynum working his way to the basket, goes up, shot no good. Rebound is going to be grabbed by McDaniel. McDaniel pushing up the floor with Herrera right with him. And then McDaniel working left of the lane. Up and under, goes up with a push shot, no good. Rebound is going to be kicked out of bounds. It'll be last off of Oregon Mountain, as it looks like Cargus last touched it. Oregon Mountain will sub in as well. Weir and Pete and Popescu come into the game. Turnbow stays on the floor, and so does Renteria. And it'll be Hernandez bringing the front court. Tigers down by 7. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Herrera with the basketball. Gives it up to Favela. Favela circles. Favela will go to Herrera. And Herrera being pestered by Turnbow. Bounce pass is going to be thrown away by the Tigers. And 3 or 4 just not very good turnovers from Alamogordo. Driving the basket, Renteria. He misses on the shot. Pete is there on the follow. He puts it back up and in. And the foul called on Alamogordo. And Coach Bowman discussing the foul call and not necessarily agreeing with it with the official. 3-point play, and Oregon Mountain leading by 10, 14-4. 3:25 to go in the first. Here's Best working left of the lane. Kicks it out. Favela top of the key. Now Bynum at the right wing. Bynum gives it over to Hernandez. Bit of a slow start here for the Tigers offensively. Herrera gives it to Hernandez in the left corner. And Jaden's going to fire a 3. No good. Rebound is pulled in by Weir, but Weir has it taken away by Favela. Favela tries to work into the lane, and they'll call a jump ball. Possession arrow will stay on this side as he was tied up underneath. I think Pete was the one who got his hand to the basketball. Sub for Alamogordo's Jacob Ochoa is going to come into the game. It'll be for Bynum. So Ochoa and Best, Hernandez, Favela, and Aaron Herrera. Hernandez down low right of the basket, going to inbound. Gets it to Ochoa. Ochoa in the right corner will dribble out and give it to Favela. Julian back to Jacob. Under 3 minutes to go. Tigers trailing 14-4. Ochoa dribbles. Finds Best at the left wing. And we got a foul away from the basketball. And it's going to be on Turnbow. Baseline left of the basket this time for Alamogordo to inbounds. And Hernandez will trigger it in, get it to Favela. Favela works into the lane, goes up with the shot, no good. Got his own miss. Put back attempt, no good. Draws the foul this time, and Favela will go to the line to shoot 2. So second team foul as Weird picked up his first on that. Favela going to miss back rim on the first. Favela misses on both, and the rebound pulled in by Peets. He pushes up the near sideline, takes it to the left wing, now passes it to Popescu McDaniel at the top of the key. Miles Harrod is also in the game now for Oregon Mountain. He works it over to Peets at the left wing. I'm realizing why Fielder started the game. It's senior night, so that's why he started the first quarter. Corner 3 on the way is good from Popescu, and it is all Oregon Mountain here in the first quarter. Timeout Alamogordo as they trail 17-4 with 2:12 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 111 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Welcome back. Aaron Herrera going to the free throw line here. Tigers saw him drive right of the lane, get fouled, missed on the shot. So 2 free throws for him, and Herrera will make on the first. Herrera makes on both. Tigers 2 of 4 at the line. 17-6 your score, 1:56 to go in the first quarter. Harrod's got the ball in the backcourt. He'll give it up to Pete. Pete able to track it down to the far sideline, save it. And the Knights then turn it over. Boy, they had broken through the Tiger pressure, had numbers, and Popescu couldn't feed it to Josiah Rogers. And Alamo gets it right back here with 1:43 to go in the first. Trying to close out the quarter on a positive note. Ochoa, left wing, going to fire up a triple. That's back of the rim, no good. Fernandez got to the rebound. And then a foul going to be called on Herod. As that'll be the 4th team foul. Tigers shoot free throws the rest of the way. Bynum comes in, and Best checks out. So Bynum, Favela, Herrera, and Ochoa. As Fernandez inbounding, finds Favela. Right of the lane, ball was knocked away from him, but it goes to Ochoa. And Ochoa dribbles out of bounds at the sideline. And Alamogordo turns it back over. So it'll be Renteria bringing it into the front court. Finds McDaniel at the right wing. McDaniel goes back to Renteria. Left wing 3 on the way. He hits it. Now it's been a slow offensive start for Alamogordo, but definitely not for Oregon Mountain. 20 points here in this first quarter. Top of the key, it is Hernandez as he falls down as he was getting into the lane. And Renteria will find Rogers. Rogers right the lane, gives it up. And now left wing 3 on the way is up and good from Popescu. And Oregon Mountain just pouring it on here in the first quarter. 23-6. 51 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ochoa with the ball at the left wing, now between the circles. Gives it up to Bynum. Here's Hernandez with it. Hernandez will go to Favela. Top of the key 3. That's off the glass and good. 5 points for Julian in this first quarter. Tigers down 23-9 as Pete will bring it to the right wing and then hand it off. Popescu. Crossover dribble, gets to the glass, shot no good. Rogers going up for the rebound, comes over the top on, I think, Herrera, and it'll be 2 free throws for Alamogordo. So they call the foul on number 15, Josiah Rogers. And it will be Aaron Herrera to the line. Aaron's going to miss back rim on the first. And one more for Aaron with 25 seconds to go in the first. Tigers not putting anybody on the lane here. Herrera misses, though, and easy rebound for Oregon Mountain. 22 seconds remaining. Tigers down by 14. Herrera able to step in front of a pass, but not able to corral it before it goes out of bounds at the near sideline. 15.7 seconds remaining. And Oregon Mountain will inbound at the near sideline. That'll be an inbounds to McDaniel. Guarded by Herrera. McDaniel top of the key. Gives it to Popescu. Rogers between the circles. Then the ball goes to the right wing. 5 seconds. McDaniel fires up a shot. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Herrera. And he's going to try to get it out to Hernandez, but a little bit too late. And Oregon Mountain in control after 23-9 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at OteroFCU.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. Oregon Mountain leading 23-9 after one quarter of play. They go right to left, Tigers left to right. By the way, back in Alamogordo, Oregon Mountain leading 27-22 at halftime over the Lady Tigers. Bounce pass into the lane, goes to Cargis. Cargis' shot is no good. Rebound, Grinder able to get to it. And here comes Alamogordo. Here's Bynum. Bynum, pull-up jump shot along the baseline, no good. Rebound tipped to Renteria, and Renteria the other way with the basketball. Ball goes left wing to Popescu. Cargis gets it left of the lane, fires up the jump shot, and that's good. 25-9. It's Oregon Mountain in front. 7:20 to go in the second quarter. As Hernandez attacks the basket, goes up with the shot, draws the foul. And Hernandez to the line to shoot two. And Hernandez will make on the first. Hernandez makes on the second. 25-11. 7:15 to go in the second quarter. McDaniel has in the front court. Renteria. Now Weir with it in the corner. Weir cross-court pass to McDaniel to left wing. Tigers in a zone defense. They go to Fielder. Fielder back outside. Over to the corner, Turnbow. Turnbow's pass was off the mark, but one of the Tigers slipped, and it ends up finding itself back to Fielder. Fielder underneath, misses on the shot. And on the putback, he loses it out of bounds. And it'll be Tiger basketball. Well, the one thing for Alamogordo that you could say is a positive, obviously off to a slow start here, but there's a lot of time to try and get this back here. If you can get it down to single digits by halftime, just keep working at it. And the Tigers have proven they don't give up in games. I was going to say it was a double dribble. I was going to say Bynum went to put it back on the floor. I thought he'd already had his dribble. Like I said, the Tigers have had probably 4 or 5 just, bad pass turnovers or, a little bit of a mental mistake there. Turnbow going to fire up a long two from the left corner. Oh, I'm sorry, that is a three. Couldn't see the line here from the corner, but 28-11, and that's one of the big parts of this game as well, as Oregon Mountain has made 5 threes here at half. Ball at the left wing, and now top of the key, Bloom. Ochoa going to try to answer back. Cannot do so. Turnbow grabs the rebound for Oregon Mountain. Outlets it up ahead to Renteria. He goes to the top of the key. Trying to squeeze through the lane, goes up with the shot. He's going to be fouled. And they'll say that he was able to make it. And that's been, I will say, that's one of those things in high school basketball that, and I almost gotten the positive on the call in other games as well. The continuation type call that you see in the NBA. And Alamo unfortunately got the bad end of it there. 31-11 Oregon Mountain, 5:46 to go in the second. Here is Herrera working his way to the basket, goes up with the shot. See, right there again, I would say that was a foul that was on the ground before the shot had gone up. Similar over there. Alamo gets the break on the call this time. Zarin was dribbling with it, and the whistle was blown, and he had not gone into the shooting motion yet, but That would have been my first reaction, honestly. Herrera's going to miss on the free throw. The Tigers have struggled at the line in this game. 4 of 9. Ball in the front court with Turnbow to Pete and Fielder. Well, for some reason, turned around and passed it. Turnbow makes it look good. He does not, though. And Herrera gets the rebound and then turns it right over as he had Turnbow on him and tried to pass it, and Turnbow just knocked it away from him. 31-13. Turnbow going to be left wide open, right wing three, and he hits it. 34-13, Tigers down by 21. Herrera works in the lane to the basket, misses on the layup attempt. Now scramble for the rebound, and eventually getting to it is Carter Love, and he'll give it up to Renteria. Right wing over to the right corner. And unfortunately, what had started in the first quarter is kind of continuing here in this quarter. Ball at the right wing now. And inside they go to Pete. Pete goes up with the shot. Hernandez played pretty defense. Bloom came across and trying to get the block, and he makes the contact, and it'll be 2 free throws for Nathaniel Pete. And the free throw up and in. Bynum and Bloom check out. Diego Ortega's into the game for the first time. It's Ochoa, Herrera, Matthew Granados out there, and Jaden Hernandez remains on the floor for the Tigers. And the free throw up and in. Here comes Granados into the front court for the Tigers. Gives it up to Hernandez at the left wing. Jaden will give it up to Herrera. Granados gives it up to Hernandez. Right elbow jump shot, no good. Rebound going to be pulled in by Pete. A lot of one and dones for Alamogordo. As Turnbow gets it the left wing. Over to the left corner, Love. Back to Turnbow, top of the key. As they give it up to Herod at the right wing. He's looking for somebody to get it to. Now top of the key. 4-9 to go second quarter. Tigers down 36-19. Ball at the left wing, and now Turnbow fires up a three. That's no good. Herod tried to save it along the baseline, but it'll go out of bounds. And the Tigers will inbound the basketball. And then McDaniel back into the game for Oregon Mountain. As Turnbow checks out of the game. And it'll be Hernandez bringing in the front court for Alamogordo. Ball at the right wing with Granados. Top of the key, Herrera. Hernandez takes it at the left wing. It's Ochoa top of the key. Fires a three on the way. It is no good. Granados tried to get in there for the rebound. Had a hand on it a couple of times, but then deflects off his knee and out of bounds and back over to Oregon Mountain. 3:40 to go in the second. Tigers down 36-13. And as it has been, unfortunately, in recent games, offensively, Alamogordo is having a struggle tonight. McDaniel fires up a left wing three. Shot's no good. Hernandez has got it. Hernandez pushes into the front court. Hernandez the top of the key. Gets into the left of the lane and is double and triple team. Ochoa gets it outside. Ochoa working the baseline. Tried to feed it to the middle of the floor, but stolen away by Pete. Now it's Love. Left elbow fires up a jump shot. He puts it in. 38-13, 3:07 to go in the second. Tigers down by 25. Here's Hernandez working to the basket. And the layup attempt is no good. He'll be fouled before that. And inbounds at the baseline. Favela comes in. Bynum comes in. Ortega and Ochoa check out. And it'll be a far sideline inbound for Alamogordo, not baseline. They changed it. Hernandez will give it to Bynum. And Bynum with the ball at the left wing. Gets a screen. Works his way to the top of the key. Fires up a three. It's no good. Favela got to the rebound, then went hard down to the floor. And here comes Oregon Mountain the other way. The officials do not call a stoppage to the play, even though Julian is on the ground. Well, Coach Bowman unhappy. He felt like Julian got his legs taken out from underneath him. Favela, I noticed when he was at Gadsden, was wearing a big wrap around his lower body. And so I think he's been dealing with an injury. And so I'm sure falling down to the floor as he did. Well, the officials seem to feel like there wasn't any foul on that play. There was a lot of bodies and contact in there, and Julian was a little bit off balance when he went up to try and grab it and then fell backwards onto the floor and made unfortunately, a very loud sound here, and he is kind of rolled over onto his back now. The athletic training staff here at Oregon Mountain is tending to him, along with Coach Bowman. Coach Richards trying to talk to the Tiger players on the bench as well, as Julian is still on his back. As Coach Bowman helps him sit up. And Favela will slowly walk his way over to the bench. And I think Favela is actually going to go with the athletic training staff. And Alamogordo is going to call a timeout out of that. Full timeout on the floor. 38-13 Oregon Mountain in front here in the second quarter. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Tigers with the basketball, down by 25. Certainly a big loss for Alamogordo with Julian Favela going down to injury. And we just hope he is okay. Ball at the right wing. It's Hernandez getting into the lane. A little fadeaway jump shot will rattle home for him. He's got 7 points in this, or 6 points in the first half. Tigers down 38-15. McDaniel over to his left. Gives it up to Renteria. Popescu. And back out to Renteria. Ball at the right wing and over to the corner. Popescu along two on the way is no good. Bynum able to grab the rebound. Bynum will push it up the floor himself. Bynum will find Granados. Try to give it back to Bynum. The ball was at his knees. He was able to save it and toss it off an Oregon Mountain player. And so Alamogordo will inbounds at the near sideline. Ball goes to the right wing to Hernandez. Jaden will backpedal there. 1:43 remaining. I think now if Alamogordo can get this down to 20 before the end of the half and then just start working from there. Here's Herrera. Stops left of the lane. Cross-court pass Hernandez. He'll fire up a triple, and he puts it in. 9 points for Hernandez. And the Tigers make it a 20-point difference, 38-18. 1:23 to go in the second. McDaniel gives it up to Renteria at the right wing. Ball goes over to the corner with Popescu, then back outside. 1:13 remaining. Ball now to McDaniel, left wing extended. McDaniel will give it over to Renteria. Renteria holds there. Top of the key, works the lane, bounce pass underneath to Weir. And Weir will get the easy lay-in. Corner three on the way from Bynum is no good. Herrera gets the rebound, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Foul going to be called on Organ Mountain. And Aaron back to the free throw line. Weir gets called for his second. And whether in the act of shooting or not, Tigers in the bonus. So they'll go to line here. Herrera gets a little bit of a kind roll. Rattles off the rim, off the glass, and in. As he is 3 of 6 at the line. 5 points for Herrera. And Aaron will miss on the second. Bloom got the rebound. Finds Herrera at the left wing. And we'll give it to Hernandez. Jaden with the basketball. Looking to attack. Free throw line jump shot. And put it down with a hand right on his arm. Could see that one pretty clearly from up here. 40-21. Does not get the foul call, though. 28 seconds remaining. As the ball's at the right wing with Popescu. Over to the corner. It's McDaniel. Back to Popescu. They work it around to Renteria at the left wing. 19 seconds to go. Cargus will go to McDaniel. McDaniel works baseline to the basket. Goes up with the shot. No good. Offensive board, though, for Organ Mountain as Pete is able to put it in. 7 seconds left. Bynum has it in the front court. Bynum cut off. Finds Hernandez. Top of the key three is no good. And that'll do it for 1 half of play. Organ Mountain 42, Alamogordo 21 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 1019. The Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show is coming up next.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at OteroFCU.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank, your community bank. When local businesses grow, our whole community grows with them. That's why our business loans come with personalized attention, local decision-making, and a commitment you won't find elsewhere. We know your name, we know your goals, and we're here to help move you forward. Visit us today and experience the difference a true community bank can make. Together, we're building a stronger community, one relationship at a time.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're here at Oregon Mountain High School. The Alamogordo Tigers trailing at half, 42-21. 11 points for Jaden Hernandez, 5 points each for Aaron Herrera and Julian Favela. Unfortunately for the Tigers, Favela out with an injury, and he may be back. We'll see. He was on the floor for quite a while, took a spill on his back, and as I said, he was wearing a pretty heavy, like almost full body wrap down at Gadsden. And I'm sure he was wearing it the other night against Centennial as well. So I think he's been dealing with an injury and fighting through it. So kudos to him on playing through that. That's certainly a tough deal for Alamogordo. Unfortunately for the Tigers, offensively just couldn't really get it going in the first half in Oregon Mountain. And it's really not just one guy that has been dominating them. They've got scoring from, all the way across the board. I think they have, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10 different guys already on the score sheet tonight. 8 for Jaime Renteria, 6 for Daniel Turnbow, 7 for Nathaniel Pete, 7 for Emmett McDaniel, 6 for Max Palpescu, and then 2 each for Carter Love, Quentin Fielder, Logan Cargus, and Zeke Weir. And it hasn't just been the offense. Alamo's too many turnovers in the first half, a couple of offensive rebounds here or there that didn't go their way. And then, the shooting aspect of it has just not been too strong tonight. Free throw line, if they're shooting a little bit better at the line, it's slightly different, but, that's not the biggest piece of it. It's the turnovers. And Oregon Mountain really isn't pressing the Tigers. They haven't been going full court press on them. They've mainly been playing in the half court, and a lot of times it's just been, poor decisions on passes. Not somebody jumping into a pass lane, making a great play. It's just been, there's somebody right there and they almost throw it right to them kind of thing. So, obviously that's got to get cleaned up in the second half. But, this one's, the Tigers have the offensive firepower to get back into this game. The big thing is, they really got to start the third quarter on a good run here. They really got off to a slow start in this game. They just didn't really match the energy that Oregon Mountain had. And it was, 14-4 before you knew it. And, it's, the lead's been swelling ever since then. So we'll see how the Tigers react. This is obviously not what they were hoping for coming into this game. And as I said, on the road, they've been a little bit of a different team this year, but especially in district, they have. They were kind of lethargic against Mayfield, even against Gadsden a little bit. So hard to really say, is it the home energy that, puts a little bit of different, charge into this Tigers team as compared to the away? Difficult to know. That's one of those things that from the outside you can't really tell if that's the difference or just not playing quite as strong as they're used to playing. And like I said, they're probably going through their most difficult stretch of the season just in terms of what they're capable of. Haven't quite been able to match, what they had earlier in the season, unfortunately. All right, we're going to take our second break here on the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. It's the Tigers trailing 42-21 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Cloudcroft girls are winners tonight, 44-28 over Mesilla Valley Christian. The Alamo girls were down by 5 at half. I haven't seen an update since that, but we'll probably have a final score before we get out of here this evening. Thule girls are at home against Frudoso. Thule boys are at Ruidoso tonight. And Cloudcroft boys are at home against Mesilla Valley Christian as well. All right, back to Las Cruces. Right after this, you're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
Hallowell Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, 4221, Oregon Mountain in front of the Tigers as we get ready for the second half. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. And the Tigers looks like will be without Julian Favela in the second half. I didn't see him return to the Alamogordo bench, which, again, not terribly surprising with the injury. He was going up for a rebound and had his legs kind of taken out from underneath him and fell hard to the floor, and he wasn't able to get up for at least a couple of minutes, but did get up on his own power, so that's a positive. No, I do see Julian on the bench. I take that back, but I don't know if we're going to see him on the floor anymore. You can see him holding his lower back, so that's a positive. But he's at least on the Tiger bench. It'll be Alamogordo basketball. They'll go right to left here in the second half. Oregon Mountain is going left to right. And it'll be Bynum to inbounds to Ochoa. Hernandez, Grinder, and Herrera on the floor. Grinder at the elbow finds Herrera. Herrera working left of the lane, goes high off the glass. Shot no good as Fielder defended that. And here comes Oregon Mountain up by 21 with the basketball. 7:46 to go in the third. And McDaniel looking to drive baseline. He'll give it up to Turnbow. Turnbow works into the lane. Turnbow finds Cargus, goes outside to McDaniel. McDaniel working baseline, goes to top of the key. Fielder is open for three. It's no good. And the rebound knocked away from Grinder as him and Cargus were fighting for it. The putback by Turnbow is no good. Or I should say the putback by Cargus is no good. And Cargus will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw is good from Cargus. And so is the second. 44-21, 7:26 to go in the third quarter. And as Bynum brings it out between the circles with the basketball, gives it up to Fernandez. Fernandez will go to Ochoa. Ochoa at the free throw line cut off, finds Herrera. Herrera looking to work right of the lane, goes out to the corner. Ochoa catch and shoot three is no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Cargus. McDaniel now into the front court, has it right wing extended. Now over to the far sideline, McDaniel, or I should say Renteria. Turnbow back to Renteria. Renteria working to the left wing and gives it up to Cargus. Tried to feed a pass inside. It was deflected, but found its way to Fielder. Fielder trying to work inside on Herrera, but has to go back out to McDaniel. And now puts it in the hands of Renteria. Fielder will give it to McDaniel. McDaniel will fire up a right wing three. It's good. (47-21) Oregon Mountain in front. And here is Hernandez working into the lane and trying to power up with a shot as Fielder came across and caught him on the arm. And Hernandez will go to the line to shoot two. And Hernandez makes on the free throw. He's 3 of 3 from the line. 12 points for Jaden. Well, the Tigers 22. Tigers bring in Matthew Granados, going a little bit smaller on the floor. And Hernandez makes on the second. Inbounds to McDaniel. And 3-on-1. McDaniel stops, pops the top of the key three, and hits it. And it looks like a timeout called by Oregon Mountain. 6:19 to go in the third. Full timeout, Oregon Mountain. 50-23, they're in front. And you're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, 6:15 to go in the third. Tigers down 50-23. As Hernandez got the ball at the right wing, goes to Bynum in the right corner. Top of the key, it's Ochoa. Ochoa trying to work inside, feeds it to Bynum. Back outside to Ochoa. Ochoa jump stop in the lane, looked to get it to Granados, but the pass off the mark and turned over by Alamogordo. There's Oregon Mountain into the front court. McDaniel gets the ball at the right wing, looks to drive in, and then feeds it over to the left wing. Renteria, ball fake, and they call a carry on Renteria. And Alamogordo will get the possession back. Knights have outscored the Tigers 8-2 to begin this third quarter. Sub for Alamogordo as Granados comes out and Grinder back in. So Grinder, Herrera, Hernandez, Bynum, and Ochoa. Ochoa, the only non-starter on the floor for Alamo. And it's because Julian Favela probably out for the rest of the game with an injury. Ball at the top of the key with Jaden Hernandez. He works left of the lane, gets to the basket, goes up with the shot. It's no good. Foul going to be called on Oregon Mountain, as they get Emmett McDaniel for the foul. Hernandez 4-4 at the line, 13 points tonight. And he'll miss on the first. And Grinder back out, Granados in. And the second free throw good for Jaden. 14 points for Hernandez. Tigers almost got a hand on a pass from McDaniel. Now it's Popescu. Corner three on the way from him is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Cargus. Tigers, though, able to steal it away as Granados got his hand on the basketball. Here is Ochoa with it. Ochoa right elbow jump shot. That's no good. Rebound is pulled in by Fielder. And Fielder will give it up to McDaniel. McDaniel pushing up the floor. McDaniel at the top of the key. Finds Renteria left corner. Right back to McDaniel. Left wing extended. Tried to go inside to Cargus. Good fronting there by Granados, who's been coming in on an offense for defense switch and making it pay off here. Top of the key. Herrera with the basketball. He drives the lane. Goes up to the basket. Shot's no good, but draws the foul. And Aaron to the line to shoot two. And Herrera will make on the first. 6 for Aaron. 50-25, 4:56 to go in the third quarter. And as the Tigers try to fight their way back into this game. Had a little bit better luck on the offensive end as Herrera just sees this rebound fall off the front of the rim. Tigers down by 25. Here's Weir driving to the basket, going up with a shot attempt. See if they call the foul prior to the shot. They do, so they'll say that that was not in the act of shooting. So it'll be Renteria to inbound at the baseline. Renteria will almost get, I did get it to Pete. And then Renteria was left open for a corner three. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Rogers. Rogers goes up with a shot. That's no good. Andrew Herrera, who just came into the game, got the rebound, gives it up to Aaron Herrera. Aaron working to the right wing. Aaron getting all the way to the basket, goes up the shot, had it blocked. But the loose ball ends up with Matthew Granados, and Granados puts it up and in. Good energy from Matthew Granados here in the second half. 50-27. Aaron Herrera is going to get called for a foul as he collides with Zeke Weir on the inbounds in the backcourt, and it'll be back over to, or it'll stay with Oregon Mountain, I should say. So it's Aaron and Andrew Herrera, Will Bynum, Jaden Hernandez, and Matthew Granados on the floor for Alamogordo. Pete's got the basketball. He'll give it up to Popescu. Renteria. Renteria will try to give it to Weir, but that pass was too far off the mark, and I think partially Weir had, I don't know, Weir was pretty much in the same spot, so Renteria was just a little too much on that. Good to see Julian Favela back out on the floor. That tough injury earlier. Granados comes off, but good minutes there for Matthew Granados. And I imagine we'll see more of him as the game goes on. Top of the key, Favela's got the basketball. Julian will go to Aaron Herrera, right wing pump fakes, then steps to his left, fire no good. Reed is grabbed by Renteria, who will find her on the outlet. Weir goes up to the basket and can't get it to go. Herrera was right there with him. I don't know if he blocked it or not, but the other way, the Tigers are able to get the shot up, no good. Herrera, then a follow-up, no good by Herrera. And now it's going to be Pete to the basket, and Pete goes up for the shot. And then Aaron Herrera gets pushed by Weir. I have no idea why Weir is losing his mind there. I didn't think Aaron did anything wrong. Weir was upset. He was the one going up for the dunk the last time. I thought Aaron just went, played defense on him. And then on the one for Pete, it was the same deal where I felt like Aaron played solid defense both times, and you certainly could argue that he got most of the ball on Pete on that one. I mean, be curious to see what the officials call here, because I mean, certainly it's got to be a technical on Weir. Alamogordo didn't react at all to that. Good on the Tigers for not. I think Aaron was just sort of like was surprised by it. It didn't seem like he did anything that was, dirty by any means, unless he said something. That's the only thing I can think of, is that there were words that were said. Officials are explaining their call here to both coaches. And obviously we'll get an idea of what exactly. There'll be 2 free throws for Pete. We know that for sure. And the coaches seem to be amicable here. Again, I don't think there was anything there, to be honest. It was very confusing to me. I think Weir was upset that, on his dunk attempt. But, I mean, McBroom is still talking with one of the officials on this. But, like I said, I don't think there was anything that was, dirty on either of those defensive plays from Herrera. And Pete will make on the first. And make on the second. And then it'll be 2 technical free throws. For sure 2. I don't know if it would be any more. Jaden Hernandez will shoot. Jaden will make on the first. Hernandez 14, now 15 points tonight. And make it 16 as he makes both. And it'll be Alamogordo possession. So after all that, it all sort of washes out. Morgan Mountain there made their 2 free throws. Alamogordo made theirs. That's why it was kind of a silly thing there for Weird. And they were going to get 2 free throws and extend their lead, and I don't know, could be one of those things that we'll see if it maybe energizes Alamogordo a little bit. Hard to say at this point, but driving into the lane and going up with the shot, Bynum unable to get it to go. It was swirling around. Now scramble for it on the floor, and there's a whistle. And out of bounds, last off of Morgan Mountain. So Alamogordo keeps possession. Down by 23. Inbounds to Herrera, top of the key, right back to Jaden in the corner. Jaden works his way into the lane, feeds it out to the right corner. And then it's Herrera back to Hernandez. Jaden top of the key with the basketball. Fires up the free throw line, jump shot, and puts it in. Hernandez now with 18 points for the Tigers. Ball into the front court, and right at the midcourt line, Pete is harassed, but he's going to find Kargas. And Kargas will go out between the circles and give it to Popescu. Kargas. Now it's Pete. And they'll give it up to Popescu. Left elbow jump shot is up, no good. Rebound, Hernandez able to get to it. Jaden will push up the floor. Tigers down by 21. Hernandez top of the key. Hernandez works all the way to the basket. Couldn't get the layup to go. Draws the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Hernandez back to the line. He has shot many free throws tonight. He makes another one. 2, 4, 6, 8 of 9 from the line for him. 52-32 now. And this one had the makings here in the second half that it was going to completely get away from Alamogordo. And they've managed to at least work it about to where they were to begin the half. They can close strongly here to finish up this third quarter as Hernandez misses on the second free throw. And here comes Pete weaving his way through traffic. Finds Love, who gets to the low block on the right side. Shot no good. Favela able to secure the rebound for Alamogordo. And Julian give it up to Jaden. Jaden at the left wing. Jaden looking to work his way inside. Trying to go outside to Bynum, but Bynum cut the opposite way of the Hernandez pass. He was looking to get it to him in the near corner. And Will was working towards the left wing. Harrod breaks the Tiger pressure in the backcourt. Harrod probably got away with the carry there as he got just lane, held the ball in his hand, but 54-32, the bucket is good. Bynum will try to answer right back. Front of the rim, no good. Saved on the baseline by Granados almost, but Bynum couldn't save it at the near sideline. And 2:02 to go in the third. The Tigers down 54-32. Aaron Herrera back in. Will Bynum checks out. Granados, Andrew Herrera, Jaden Hernandez, and Julian Favela on the floor as McDaniel gets the inbounds. And Hargis going to step on the near sideline on a pass that was partially deflected by Aaron Herrera. And the Tigers about to inbound it, but they'll put a sub in first as they'll bring in Grinder, and Granados checks out. Andrew Herrera will give it up to Jaden Hernandez. Jaden bringing it across the timeline. Tigers down by 22. Herrera to Favela. Hernandez right wing. And then a whistle and a foul. They're going to call a double foul, I think. And if it's a double foul, I think the possession arrow, I think it goes to possession arrow, doesn't it? Wow, so that altogether, I mean, that just works out bad for Alamogordo as they call the double foul on Cargis and Grinder down low, and then goes to the possession arrow, and it gives it up to Oregon Mountain. So that ends up as a net negative for the Tigers. Ball at midcourt. Herod going to turn it over as Herrera gives it up to Hernandez. Hernandez to the basket, puts it up and in, and then a foul going to be called as well. Oh, they called goaltending, so shot went in. 54-34, 1:28 to go in the third quarter. Herod with the ball in the backcourt. Herod will find Love. Love right of the wing, feeds it to Pete. Pete has a shot blocked by Grinder. Herrera with the loose ball. It's Andrew Herrera to the top of the key. Andrew working right of the lane, and he is going to travel. Now, that's one of those that, I mean, is that a jump stop? Because he kind of hopped into a position and then passed it out. And then a foul going to be called as Herod had pushed off on Herrera. And it is going to be a foul on Oregon Mountain. 1:10 to go in the third quarter. I will say Aaron put a little extra mustard on that. Insinuate when you get pushed off a little bit. Julian Favela on the sideline trying to fire up his teammates. Tigers down by 20. 1:08 to go in the third quarter. Hernandez with the basketball. Finds Herrera at the right wing. Grinder. Now Jaden at the left wing. Jaden will go to Herrera. Back to Grinder. Grinder will go to Andrew Herrera with the basketball. 52 seconds left. Back to Grinder. Entry pass into Bloom, and that's going to be tipped up in the air and then stolen away by Oregon Mountain. McDaniel has got it. And unfortunately, Pete is on the floor, and he looks a little worse for wear. And so he is on the floor and looked like maybe he rolled an ankle. With 44.3 seconds remaining in the third, we'll go ahead and take a break with an Oregon Mountain player on the floor and seems to be in a fair amount of pain. Hopefully, maybe just an ankle roll and nothing too serious. It's one of those things that hurts But, hopefully nothing that is a long-term injury for him. Okay, we'll come back to Las Cruces with the Tigers down 54-34, 44.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Ball deflected from the McDaniel pass intended for Popescu, went off of an Alamogordo player. Really hard to tell whether that went off of Popescu as well as it was going out of bounds. Official says it stays here with Oregon Mountain. McDaniel will inbound to Popescu. 34 seconds left. The Tigers down by 20. Between the circles, Renteria. And then McDaniel. McDaniel, right of the lane, fires up a jump shot. That's no good. Rebound, tipped out and grabbed by Aaron Herrera. Herrera pushing up the floor. Aaron Herrera, spin move into the lane and gets cleaned out as McDaniel had jumped high in the air to try and block the shot. And Herrera was still dribbling with the basketball, hadn't gone up with the shot attempt. That was one of those from McDaniel that better off if he's not up in the air, just cuts him off. So a little bit of a break there for Alamogordo because Oregon Mountain had gotten back defensively. And Aaron will make the free throw. Bynum comes back into the game. Grinder checks out. Bynum, Granados, Aaron and Andrew Herrera, and Jaden Hernandez. Aaron will make on the second. He's got 8 points tonight, most of them coming from the free throw line. Tigers with a lot of pressure in the backcourt. And McDaniel had got the basket, but threw it off of an Alamogordo player as he was double teamed, and it goes out of bounds. Renteria will inbound and give it to McDaniel. McDaniel will get it up ahead. And a foul going to be called on Alamogordo, and McDaniel's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Hernandez gets called for his first. Favela and Ochoa going to check back into the game. McDaniel 1 of 3 at the line. Or I'm sorry, 2 of 3 at the line, now 3 of 4. And the second free throw goes up and in. 12 seconds left for the Tigers to do something with it. Hernandez gets it. Down by 20. Jaden at the top of the key with it. Jaden working left in the lane, goes to the basket and gets the foul. Layup is good. And a 3-point play opportunity for Jaden Hernandez. He was having himself a heck of a game here. McDaniel's picked up his 3rd personal foul. 5.8 seconds remaining. And the Tigers can cut it to 17 before the end of the third quarter. Hernandez makes the free throw. Inbound stolen away by Hernandez. Fires a corner 3. It's good. 56-42. McDaniel will fire a length of the court shot. That's no good. Tigers maybe have a little bit of life here. It's a 14-point game. As we go to the fourth quarter, they trail 56-42 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. When it comes to your mortgage, you deserve more. At First National Bank, we live in the communities we serve, which means faster decisions, personalized service, competitive rates, and real people who know you by name. We treat you like a neighbor. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing the one you love, our local lenders are with you every step of the way. Choose First National Bank, where home begins.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, all else subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Tigers with a 6-point trip there. 3-point play from Hernandez, then a steal and a 3 for him. As the Tigers get the inbounds and are down by 14. Hernandez working left of the lane, gets to the basket, lays it up and in. Jaden has 29 now for the Tigers. 27 after 3. He's trying to will his team back into this. Renteria's got the ball at the left wing. 56-44. And Renteria working to the baseline. And then gets it back out. And Turnbow's got it. Turnbow will give it back to Renteria. Between the circles with it and to the top of the key. Working to the elbow. Turnbow has the ball taken away from him by Favela. And here come the Tigers the other way with some momentum. Here's Hernandez, who will take it out to the left wing, get a screen from Grinder. Now working right a lane, kicks it out, corner 3. Favela's good. It's a 9-point game, 56-47. Under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers are down by 20. Sheraldo and then McDaniel double dribbles. And then a timeout going to be called by Oregon Mountain. 56-47, 6:54 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Tigers making a run. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at OteroFCU.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Fernandez gets the inbounds for the Tigers. 6-2 remaining. Then they'll give it up to Ochoa. Now it's Will. Will with the ball in the right corner. Finds Favela as Julian will find Jaden. Jaden looking to feed a bounce pass outside to Ochoa, but fouled before it gets there. And an inbounds coming up for the Tigers. So I think Oregon Mountain had a 28-point lead here in the second half. It was 50-22. And so since that point, as we'll wait for the inbounds here, goes to Bynum, right back to Ochoa. Ochoa top of the key. at the right elbow. Fires up a tough jump shot and puts it in. Ochoa with his first bucket. It's a 7-point game, 56-49. So that would mean Alamogordo's outscored them 27-6. That was probably midway through the quarter. The third quarter, that is. Ball at the left wing. Renteria goes in the lane to Pete. Good to see him back out there. Shot's no good. It's blocked by Favela. Here comes Hernandez. Jaden at the right wing, right corner. Ochoa, three on the way. No good. Favela was able to get to the loose ball and tip it to Bynum. Bynum at the near sideline goes back to Favela. Favela goes into the lane. Tough shot, no good. And then a battle for a loose ball between Weir and Favela. Jump ball, possession arrow will give it to Oregon Mountain. Granados checks back into the game. Ochoa checks out. 7-point game, 5:52 to go in the fourth. This is a game. This felt like this was going to be an Oregon Mountain rout not that long ago. Unbelievable. Pete will give it up to Popescu. Popescu now to Renteria. Ball out near the midcourt line. I think Oregon Mountain trying to slow things down a little bit. Very nearly a travel there for Renteria. And then working right the lane. Offensive foul as Herrera got in there and drew the charge on Pete. I think nothing fires up a bench, honestly, more than a guy taking an offensive charge, man. Teams love that. 56-49, fourth foul there on Pete. Ball in the left corner, Hernandez goes to Favela, top of the key. Right wing, it's Bynum. Now it's Herrera, top of the key. He holds the basketball, gives it to Grinder. Grinder to Bynum. Bynum, top of the key three. He hits it. Timeout, Alamogordo. It's a 4-point game, 56-52. Bynum's first bucket of the game there. And checking to see, is this a full or a 30? I think it's a 30. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. But as I was saying earlier, the score I seem to remember was 50-22. Because I think I had talked about Oregon Mountain going on an 8-2 run. I think it was actually an 8-1 run to begin the quarter. And so since that juncture of the game, which probably was like 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, Oregon Mountain was up 20 with about 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Alamo had those 2 3-point plays in a row. Hernandez made the bucket, got the foul, then he stole the inbounds and hit a three. And all of a sudden, this game is totally up in the air. Hopefully nobody tuned away. I'm astounded. I mean, Oregon Mountain was shooting the ball well, had all the momentum. Alamo offensively just couldn't really get it going. And it seems like Hernandez getting going has really started to work its way to the rest of the team. I think Julian Favela coming back after that injury he had, impressive. Oregon Mountain with the basketball up by 4. 4:56 to go in the fourth quarter. McDaniel gives it up to Popescu. Oregon Mountain just needs a made bucket here. I think they've gone to kind of slowing the game down a little bit. I'm not sure that's the best thing for them. Just get back into your offense. Popescu will go to Renteria at the right wing. Now Weir's got it in the corner. Weir, cross-court pass to Popescu. 4:35 remaining. It's Renteria now. Weir almost had the ball knocked away from him. It does go out of bounds, but it'll stay on this side with Oregon Mountain. And it'll be Renteria to inbounds and give it to McDaniel. Back to Renteria. Cross court to McDaniel. McDaniel at the left wing. McDaniel working left in the lane. Nice pass to Weir. That was well done. McDaniel got the help defense come over on him, and Weir was left open for the easy bucket. 58-52. Bynum right wing three. Yeah, that was a little bit of a heat check. Shot's no good. Favela there for the follow. He puts it in and he's fouled. Julian Favela with a chance at a 3-point play. Julian into double figures now with 10. And with a made free throw, this is a one-possession game. 58-54. 4:01 to go in the fourth. Favela misses. Weir has the rebound. 4-point game with under 4 minutes to go. Still a lifetime left in this game. As Renteria has his pass deflected out of bounds at the far sideline. Was looking for Popescu in the corner, and I think Favela got a hand on it. Popescu will be the one to inbound it in front of his own bench, far sideline. Popescu will go to Renteria. McDaniel gets the ball at the right wing. 3:43 remaining. McDaniel backpedals. And he still has the basketball. Gives it up to Renteria. Corner to Popescu. Renteria's got it. Tigers staying in their zone. And, I mean, no reason at this point in the game to go out of what you're doing defensively. They go to Weir in the corner. They give it up to Renteria at the left wing. Renteria to McDaniel. McDaniel back to Renteria at the left wing. They find Weir underneath as the Tigers leave him open again. Good pass from Renteria, 60-54. Two back-to-back really good patient possessions from Morgan Mountain. Here is Hernandez with the basketball out top, guarded by Popescu. Tigers trying to spread it out for him. Jaden will give it up to Aaron. Aaron looking to attack as he works left of the lane. He's going to get bumped. Foul called on Oregon Mountain. And it'll be an inbounds for the Tigers before a shot attempt. Down deep into the left. Hernandez will inbound. Jaden will inbound to Will. Will's got it in the left corner. Bynum continues dribble out to the left wing with McDaniel on him. Looks for a screen from Favela. Gets it. Here's Bynum. Spin move into the lane. Tried to feed it to Favela. Ball was knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. Tigers keep possession with 2:32 to go in the fourth. Ochoa checks out. Granados back in for Alamogordo. I'm sorry, reverse that. Granados checked out. Ochoa comes back in. Jaden looking to inbounds, having trouble, but he eventually finds Bynum out between the circles. Bynum looking to attack the lane. Kicks it out to Ochoa, top of the key. Could have been a travel. Ochoa in the lane. Right elbow jump shot, puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped out. It goes to Hernandez. Tigers get another opportunity here, down by 6, 60-54. Ochoa's got it. Ochoa at the top of the key at the left wing. Gives it up to Herrera. Herrera tries to go underneath to Favela. Favela was able to get to the ball, put it up and in. And it's a 4-point game again. Here is McDaniel. McDaniel working left of the lane. And sends it all the way back out top to Renteria. Tigers go man-to-man defense now, it looks like, as Renteria works over in the corner. Ball goes over to McDaniel now. McDaniel left of the lane. McDaniel able to get a pass outside to Popescu to Renteria. The ball goes. Renteria at the free throw line. Renteria finds McDaniel underneath. Goes to Weir. Weir goes up with a shot. He's fouled. And a chance at a three-point play for Zeke Weir, who has been big in this fourth quarter for Oregon Mountain. Now credit the Knights and their ability to not let this game get all the way away from them, as all the momentum was on Alamogordo's side there for a little bit. That they kind of calmed things down in the last 3 or 4 offensive possessions. They've been able to make plays. Weir misses on it. Bynum's got the rebound. Tigers down by 6. It's kind of been their spot here. Favela drives the lane, goes up with the right hand, shot no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Oregon Mountain. Up ahead it goes to Popescu. Popescu smartly slows it up. Now he finds Weir. Weir goes to the shot. It's no good. Now it's a battle for the loose ball, and McDaniel's able to get to it. McDaniel again finds Weir. Weir going to be fouled on the floor, and it'll be inbounds play for Oregon Mountain. Tigers will be on the bonus on the next foul shot. Or next foul, I should say. Grinder coming into the game. Ochoa will check out. Feels like the other night against Centennial. Alamo just kind of got off to a slow start in the first half and eventually came on late, but it was a little bit too late. We'll see if it's a similar thing here. Here is McDaniel, and a foul going to be called by on Bynum. That'll be the third team foul. Alamogordo, I think, trying to foul here if they can't get a quick steal. They had 2 fouls to give. Now still have to foul 2 more times. Cargus goes to Renteria. Favela gets called for the foul. That's his second. And so I would assume Alamogordo is going to put Oregon Mountain at the free throw line. Mainly because Oregon Mountain and Herrera, I think he's going to get his 5th there on that foul call. And I think that's 5 on the board for Aaron. And comes over and shakes the hands of both the Oregon Mountain coaches. Aaron, 8 points, and boy, he was just working hard all night long. And so Alma will bring Jacob Ochoa on. 50 seconds remaining in the game. And it'll be Popescu going to the line. He has not shot a free throw yet tonight. But he will calmly knock down the first. And the second free throw is up and in as well. Tigers down by 8 with 49 seconds to go. Here's Ochoa taking it to the right wing. Quick 3, no good. Grinder's got the rebound and then has the ball taken away from him as he went down to dribble with it. And then Bynum going to foul McDaniel. And I think Oregon Mountain is going to be able to hold on to this one. Now, heck of an effort from the Tigers tonight. Had it down to a 4-point game. I don't think they ever got it down to 1 possession. Will's second foul there, by the way. And the second free throw is, the first free throw is good. Yeah, a lot of credit to Oregon Mountain with the way that the momentum was headed. That was it was in the danger zone there. Back out to a 10-point lead. Hernandez with the basketball. 35 seconds left. And Hernandez, top of the key, going to fire 3. Shot's no good. And then it's Ochoa with the corner 3. That's good. 27 seconds left. Popescu just ran right into a screen. Nobody, unfortunately, called it out for him. Ethan, I mean, he didn't move anywhere. He just stood at midcourt. I don't know if Coach McBroom, he's talking to one of the officials here. I don't think he's upset with the lack of a foul call there, but Tigers going to need steals at this point. I don't know if Oregon Mountain's going to miss any free throws. (66-59), 41 seconds remaining. (29 points tonight for Jaden Hernandez, 8 for Aaron Herrera. Julian Favela, who I thought he was going to be able to come back in this game, but he has 12. 5 before he got hurt and 7 after he got hurt. Bynum with 3. Ochoa with 7. Well, who knows? I mean, I didn't think there was any chance we would be talking about this game being as close as it is here late. Just from what I had seen over the first good portion of this game. 27 and a half seconds to go. Like I said, really, really need a steal here. Popescu is back out on the floor, by the way, so he's not, he's fine after that hard screen sent by Grinder. Inbounds is given to Popescu, and he'll be fouled by Favela. 2 seconds ran off the clock. And we'll see if Alamogordo can catch a break with some missed free throws here as The junior Popescu will go to the line. And they get a little bit of help there as Popescu misses on the first. The Tigers just with one timeout remaining. That's going to be part of the issue as well. Unfortunately, in high school hoops, you don't get a stoppage on the clock on a made bucket as the shot is good. Here comes Hernandez pushing the front court with 20 seconds. Jaden gets the right wing, goes to Favela, top of the key. Julian drives to the basket, lays it up and in. 15 seconds remaining. Tigers down by 6. And the inbounds goes to Popescu. Popescu able to get it to Renteria with 8 seconds left. So Weir. And a dunk attempt by Cargus misses. And with 2 seconds left, a foul going to be called on Alamogordo. And Oregon Mountain going to grab the victory here tonight, but a lot closer than I think they or anybody else imagined. As the free throw is good for Weir. He makes both. He'll finish in double figures. And Weir will make on both. Favela will inbound to Andrew Herrera, and the Tigers come up short after a valiant comeback. 69-61, the final score. As the Knights defeat the Tigers, they improved to 4-3 in district. The Tigers, they drop 2 and 5 in district play. Had to think about that for how many games we'd gone through at this point. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Stay with us here at Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. We take great pride in our Tiger student athletes. We wish them all the best and cheer them on as they compete this season. We recognize these outstanding athletes for their commitment on the track, court, and field. Their dedication is inspiring, and we celebrate their hard work and sportsmanship. Join us in supporting our Tigers. First National Bank has been your hometown community bank since 1956, proudly cheering on the Alamogordo Tigers every step of the way. Go Tigers!
Member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
New year, new score, new you. Start 2026 with confidence because your credit score matters. At OFCU, we make it easy to check, improve, set goals, and take control of your financial future with Credit Score. Enroll online in the digital banking app or at oterofcu.org today and make this the year you shine. A better credit score means a better you. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Welcome back listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers make a heck of a comeback, but can't finish it off. 69-61, they fall to Oregon Mountain tonight. 29 points for Jaden Hernandez. Julian Favela finished with 12. Lomanum had 3. 7 points for Jacob Ochoa. 2 points for Matthew Granados, and 8 points for Aaron Herrera. Oregon Mountain, Emmett McDaniel had 17. 2 for Miles Harrod, 8 points for Jaime Renteria, 6 for Daniel Turnbow, 9 for Nathaniel Pete. And let's see here. 9 for Maximus Popescu, 2 for Carter Love, 2 for Quentin Fielder, 4 for Logan Cargus, and 10 points for Zeke Lear. Tigers, they were down 23-9 after 1, 42-21 at half, and like I said, I believe that the score that sticks in my brain, unfortunately we don't get a running log of things that we can look at, 50-22, I believe, was Oregon Mountain was up in the third quarter. And, the Tigers stormed back and they had it down to 4-point game, I think. They had it at 4, and then Oregon Mountain started making some shots in the fourth quarter. But, it was a 4-point game with about halfway to go in the fourth quarter, and the Tigers just couldn't keep the momentum. And credit to Oregon Mountain. They slowed it down a little bit, and then they made some shots. They would take 15 to 20 seconds off the clock and then would make the good pass. Tigers were having to scramble, but, they had the wherewithal to make the right pass at the big spots and able to hold on for the victory. So, it was a huge game for both teams tonight. And Alamo, I really felt like they were going to do it. All the momentum was on their side. Heck of a game by Jaden. Heck of a game by Julian tonight. I thought Matthew Granados came off the bench and really helped the Tigers defensively a lot. And, there were some other guys, certainly. But, yeah, good effort all around for the Tigers. I think it's just unfortunate for Alamo that they got off to a slow start tonight. And kind of similar to the Centennial game, they just kind of got off to a slow start and found themselves down by double digits and made a comeback, but couldn't quite finish it off. And so 2-5 in district now for the Tigers. They'll try to bounce back against Mayfield's on Friday. Hey, listen, Alamogordo's good enough to win that game. They're good enough to beat Cruces next week and Gadsden on senior night. If getting to 5-5 is not impossible. And I think Alamo's still in a pretty good spot postseason-wise. Everybody's in the top 16 in the rankings. I think overall record helps Alamo, but you're getting a little bit nervous. You want to, try to finish good and just have some momentum, going in a positive direction. But man, this district's been such a challenge this year. So don't look like we're going to catch up with Coach Bowman. So we'll go ahead and wrap up our post game. We'll catch him at home on Friday night when Alamogordo faces off against Mayfield. Tigers fall tonight, 69-61 on the road to Oregon Mountain. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. And thanks to all of our sponsors, including Richardson Motor Company, our scoreboard sponsor, the Winner's Circle, Ochoa Stucco, and First National Bank. And thanks to all you for tuning in tonight. I'm Charles Winnicky. And we'll be back on the air with Tiger Sports on Friday nights as Alamogordo hosts Mayfield. Real quickly, I do have some other finals for you. Cloudcroft girls, 44-28 over Mesilla Valley Christian. Tularosa girls got the win over Ruidoso, 30-27 tonight. And let's see what else we got for you. Alamogordo girls lost, I think it was 52-43, but let me grab that score again. Let's see. I think I'm right. Indeed, 52-43 the final there. I don't have the Tularosa boys for you. They started at 7, so they might be finishing up just about now. They were taking on Ruidoso tonight. And then Cloudcroft boys were facing off against Mesilla Valley Christian as well. All right, now I'm saying goodbye. I always do that. I'm going to wrap it all up, and I'm like, oh, no, I got to say one more thing. Thanks for listening to Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, 69-61. Oregon Mountain defeats Alamogordo. Have a great evening, everybody.
Brown Bag Deli takes pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable taste. Stop by today and experience the difference their Boar's Head meats and quality cheeses make. Whether you're in the mood for a sandwich or a salad, Brown Bag Deli makes everything fresh and packed with flavor. Head on over to Brown Bag Deli at 9th and Washington for your next meal, or call for convenient takeout. Brown Bag Deli, your taste buds will thank you. Open 7 days a week. 575-437-9751.
Think switching to T-Mobile's a whole complicated thing? Nah, it's easy. You could do it almost anywhere in just 15 minutes.